Sometimes life throws you into storms you never imagined you'd face. And for me, it started with one doctor's phone call. I was 14 weeks pregnant, excited, nervous, and counting the days until I'd feel my baby's first kicks. But then, the doctor's voice on the other end of the line changed everything. Your results show your baby is at high risk for Down syndrome. The word sliced through me like cold steel. High risk. What did that mean? I was sent to a genetics counselor. They broke it down. The probability was 1 in 182. Not a guarantee. Not a death sentence. But a possibility. Still, my heart pounded. What do I do? What are my options? That night, I barely slept. Fear, guilt, confusion, it all drowned me. Until I remembered something. The stories I had lived and the people I had known. See, I once believed disability was something you could prepare for, avoid, or predict. But life has a cruel way of teaching us that control is an illusion. My own daughter was born perfectly healthy. She had 10 tiny fingers, 10 tiny toes, and the sweetest little giggle. But at 2 months old, she went into septic shock. By the time she survived, encephalitis had stolen her health. Today, she lives with neurological and physical challenges I could never have prepared for. Did I stop loving her? No. If anything, I loved her harder. And then there's my sister's friend, her baby was deprived of oxygen at birth. The doctors said he might not make it. But he did. And though he faced years of therapies, surgeries, and struggles, his mother's love never wavered. I knew a boy once, vibrant, athletic, until a car accident at 13 left him with major brain trauma. I worked with a little girl who had meningitis at 3, leaving her unable to keep up with her peers. And my own sister-in-law's brother developed a rare disorder in childhood that turned their world upside down. Here's the truth no doctor will ever put neatly into numbers. Not all disabilities show up on sonograms. Not all DNA tests reveal the future. Accidents happen. Illness strikes. Life changes in an instant. So when I sat there with my test results in hand, trembling at the thought of raising a child with Down syndrome, another thought whispered back to me. Disability is not the end of a child's worth. It is not the end of love. It is not the end of joy. Because let me tell you something about children with Down syndrome. They smile. And oh, their smiles can light up an entire room. They love deeply. They teach patience. They give joy where the world only expects sorrow. Are their lives challenging? Sometimes. Do parents struggle? Of course. But tell me, don't all parents struggle? The question I had to ask myself wasn't about chromosomes. It wasn't about probabilities. It was this. Am I ready to love my child no matter what? Because no child comes with guarantees. The healthiest baby can fall sick. The brightest child can face accidents. The most perfect pregnancy can end in heartbreak. Parenthood is never about perfection. It's about acceptance. And I say this not just as a mother, but as a mother who has stood in hospital corridors, waiting for doctors to tell me if my child would survive. As a mother who has prayed through beeping machines and sleepless nights. As a mother who still waits for her daughter to one day look at her again and smile like she used to. So if you ask me, what are your options? I'll tell you this. You can choose fear. Or you can choose love. Because children with Down syndrome are not broken. They are not less than. They are simply different. And sometimes, different can be beautiful. At the end of the day, only one question matters. Will you open your heart? Because a living, breathing child, disabled or not, is infinitely more precious. than no child at all. Thank you for watching. Do share with parents of children with Down syndromes. Please subscribe to our channel.